Hi, this is John Hewlett. Tonight we have the pleasure of interviewing and talking briefly to Dr. Craig Buehler, in my opinion, and many others, the finest chiropractor, maybe in the United States, if not certainly here in the Intermountain West. And we're very grateful to have Craig with us, as he has spent a lot of time and energy in researching the proargie product and seen the benefit that it causes and has helped with his patients. Dr. Buehler, would you just give us a brief outline of the things that you found as you started dealing with the arginine product with your patients?
Chronic problems that I've seen for years that didn't get better started getting better. And, you know, from skin problems to digestive problems to peripheral artery disease, started getting better. And what that showed me was that a large percentage of health problems that people deal with are circulatory based. So, you know, we know what happens if a person's coronary arteries become occluded. Part of the heart muscle dies. But what happens if an artery to the liver becomes occluded, or the adrenals, or the other organs in the body? That's going to create a disease state. And you diagnose that, and then it's treated with meds or whatever other therapeutic systems you use, but you're still dealing with a circulatory problem. Well, what is there available to reverse that? And so as I started looking at the arginine and the nitric oxide reaction and found out that it was a real deal, and started looking at the studies in the medical journals and realized the amount of research that was available in the impact L-arginine had on producing nitric oxide and reversing cardiovascular disease, and the more I read, the more impressed I got. And then I started reading Ignaro's book and Dr. Cook's book and Pendergrass's book, and impressive. And then I got angry, because I realized that there was that much research and the Nobel Prize in 1998, and I was just finding out about it. And I had a patient die of a heart attack last year about this time. He was recovering from a back problem that we worked with. He was exercising. He was active again. He changed his diet. His cholesterol was normal. And he developed back pain. I went into the hospital and found out he had a kidney stone, had that treated, went home, and 2 days later had a heart attack and died. It just took the wind out of my sails, because there were no signs or symptoms, and yet he's now gone. And 2 weeks later, I was exposed to the arginine and the pulse wave device. And ordinarily, I wouldn't even have paid attention. But because of that, I said, look, tell me about it. And that really got me involved with it. And so the more I study, the more I see the impact it has on my patients, the more impressed I get. And I realize this is a major public health issue. And my argument with medicine is, with all this research, why are you not embracing this? It's a nutraceutical. There are no side effects. You're giving people statins that have known side effects that aren't affecting the process of developing heart disease, because we see an escalation. Now, sure, we're saving more lives. Fewer people are dying of heart attack because of technology, you know, the life-saving technology. But
why hasn't the medical community heard of this, and why do you think you didn't hear about it until it was exposed to you through somebody selling a supplement?
Well, I asked Dr. Pendergast that question, and I said, it's almost like the medical doctors don't read the journals. And he said, you're right. He gets frustrated when he talks to his colleagues about the product and the impact arginine has on circulation, and they ignore him. And it is, if you talk to a medical doctor about nutritionals, they just kind of put it aside, because they don't get any training in medical school on nutrition.
What would you say to fellow health preventative types of practitioners, osteopaths, wellness people, chiropractic, etc., even though it's a nutritional, and then we both struggled with the idea that it was sold by a direct marketing company as opposed to in traditional means? How have you coped and dealt with that in your practice? Because I know that you told me personally you had no interest in being a part of a network marketing company or direct, because obviously you're now recommending this to almost everyone that you meet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had to get past that because of the impact that the product has on patients. So yeah, I can stay focused on the fact that I have a problem with multi-level marketing. Meanwhile, people close to me may have a heart attack, patients may have a heart attack, and I'm a physician. You know, if I take them on as a patient, I'm responsible. And so if because I let a little thing like multi-level marketing get in my way, how am I going to live with myself? And if it weren't for the fact that the research was overwhelming, I wouldn't be involved with this at all. I mean, I can't tell you the number of companies that have come through my office wanting me to sell a product, large percentage of them multi-level marketing, and I've never involved because my reputation is too important to me. So from a public health standpoint, this is a godsend because this is going to revolutionize health care in America.
I believe.
Well, you know, it's interesting because not all vitamins and supplements are created equal. So I priced it out. I said, I'm not going to do multi-level marketing. I'll just go to my suppliers and I'll just purchase it and sell it to my patients. There is Veritrol. Retail is $130 a month supply. L-arginine, pharmaceutical grade, my cost is about $89 for a month's supply at 5 grams per day. That doesn't include the citrulline and the vitamin D and all the other.
Ribose.
Yeah, I mean, so, you know, when you think about trying to buy those ingredients, this is priced really, really well, and I'm surprised that they can do that. But you know, I found too, I'd read articles that had a product that was used, and there were side effects, adverse effects. When I started looking more closely, they were using a hydrochloric acid form of L-arginine, which is an acid form which is a little more toxic. So the quality, the form of the L-arginine is critical. If you're going to duplicate results, you have to use pharmaceutical grade L-arginine. You have to at least use 5 grams to get the effect of reversing the plaque. I mean, you can take less and you'll get the vasodilating effect, but you won't get the reduction in plaque. And that's really critical.
Well, one of the things, we're so delighted to have you join our quest. Thank you so much for being a part of taking this message to the world and saving those lives.